I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Boom! Motion to compel! Ha! Ja! Ha! Ja! Boom boom! Ha!
Should replace my hammer.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example? It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized. Is that Albedo? Why would—
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilichurls? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilichurls unfinished.
What's up with painting hilichurls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose the subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And
What a stupid question! Can't you? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick. Or cause the waterfall south of Springfield.
Hey, how would you know it?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between... Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in the research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
Well, prepare yourself.
Boom! Illusion shattered! Wrap up the flame! Incinerate! Motion to compel!
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction... Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. It's a type of ore known as star silver. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some... All going to plan. We should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Incinerate!
This one. Usable with a bit of polish.
Motion to compel!
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data!
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to... I've just tried some. Remember to keep calm. I'll be noting down...
That...
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, but a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an elemental life form? Now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit? Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may... Anyway, why don't you cook?
Cooking?
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I'll leave you to it then, if there's anything left.
Paimon! How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food?
An elemental
try
life
the
form from
willpower thing
another...
again.
Albedo's
Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
That was fat.
Let's just do it the old...
That was fat. That was fast. And as far as the unless...
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power.
Not to worry. And here's your portion.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're... Not that Paimon would have...
Hey! But you do have to... And you're right, we are good friends.
Yes. There are all manner of I managed to
Paimon's barely...
Don't worry if you can't locate them. If you had, I must have...
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah!
See what you can find.
The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it! Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong!
An elemental life form from another world. Albedo's
This must be electrohypostasis powder!
goodness. I'm wondering.
Yep. Guess
Unfortunate, only a never before.
you mean...
Don't be disheartened. I have to commit. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. In essence, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there. So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then I shouldn't get too excited. I know of a location.
Yeah. Incinerate! Huh.
You want us to ju-
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better, whichever method you choose, I will factor it.
The opposites...
Without limitation, some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, then if you would please...
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Boom!
Great work. I've never seen it before. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able... The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would...
But how does this help your reason?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. I may be about to make some analogies between gold, petrified trees. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As all these things that start out at...
Oh, so that's why you...
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring. Not worth...
So after all these...
Of course not. Now, follow me. I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capability. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return. There are two As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to a tried and so, let's see you enact. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Shine down!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, there's still a... Let me make a copy.
Seems like if you...
I've truly... Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking for... Unless you can think...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You! You didn't...
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed... I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking... I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've gotta hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be... I've investigated everything else.
But we don't even...
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no... which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
Boom boom!
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? Time for the results. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is...
You couldn't tell that? We spent all day...
Please, have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility? I mentioned the only other life form that... But imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, is not nurturing.
Paimon thought...
Life is a short life, So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here, arguably being a...
Albedo, Paimon...
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that in the future, if the need arises, well... I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfect. If, one day, I lose control, destroy can I rely on you to stop me?
Hey, let's go see Timaeus! Paimon has a favor to ask him! It'd be great if we could catch Sucrose and Albedo too, but...
This weather's got me in the mood.
Hey, Tomei! Is that Albedo? Why is he leaving?
Hey, it's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, you two. It's been a long time.
Were you having a really serious discussion?
Just a regular catch-up. We meet here once in a while to go through any recent development.
So we just missed. He didn't look in the best of moods just now, though. Was he? Yeah.
Upset.
What are you looking at me for?
I wonder if Tomei's research topic is so boring that Albedo finally snapped.
Surely not.
Nah.
A favor?
Well, Paimon found a bunch of super-duper sweet Sincerias in the mountains the other day. But if Paimon was thinking maybe you could make a device that you put fruits in and it turns them into juice.
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid...
Huh?
Paimon, I'm afraid...
I'm sorry. It doesn't sound like it falls within my area of expertise. I could give it a try if you really want, but...
Whoa, your tone is so calm, but your words are so terrible.
Well, as you know, my focus is on bioalchemy. Besides, keeping things fresh forever is just not possible. If you just wanted to modify certain properties of the fruit or their seeds, on the other hand, alchemists usually Paimon. Your idea is, I don't think even Albedo can make such an incredible device.
Huh?
In fact, before Albedo showed up, everyone in Mondstadt thought alchemy was useless. Of course, we know better now. But even then, I have to admit, alchemy is only one of the many wondrous arts in the world. It's certainly not some kind of all-powerful magic that can simply take a substance and preserve it indefinitely.
Paimon just wanted some fruit.
Oh, of course, these are just Tomei's and my subject, but I wouldn't get your hope.
He won't. Albedo is not that kind of person.
Hey, so
Unless he's specific.
then let's go to
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the
Seriously? Albedo doesn't like my alchemy device?
Timaeus, it's not completely useless, but
Oh,
you're also here for Mondstadt's home, aren't you?
This looks lively. What's the occasion?
Hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy meeting you all the way out here.
Amber? Cyrus? Hallen?
Oh, the Traveler is joining us too. Oh,
I agree. I feel much better with the Traveler joining us. Definitely the kind of person you want to have around in a...
Oh, right!
The Adventurers Guild is holding winter training on Dragonspine. As you know, our members have So, now, every adventurer... Hey, you are an outstanding adventurer. Surely you must be willing to join us and help us.
Is the Adventurers Guild short of...
Well, that's part of it. The other reason is, when I was patrolling the perimeter of Dragonspine, I found a lost kid named Joel. I heard he lives here on the camp, so I escorted him back. I know, Joel's father went missing. I totally sympathize with how much Joel misses his family. Dragonspine is so bleak and deserted. It must have been so lonely for him here.
Aw, Amber.
Anyway, I wanted to do something to... It also gives me a chance to stay here for a while and help Cyrus. Aw, let's go meet up with... Hey, Cyrus!
No problem. Yes.
Hey, don't talk...
Have you done anything apart...
Oh,
Hey, Joel, we're here!
Hi, everyone! Are you here to build a snowman?
Oh, Sorry, I forgot to do the introductions. This is Eula, the
Amber, you're being far too formal. The child is never going to remember all that. Please, just call me Eula.
Okay, Auntie Eula. You can call me Joel.
Auntie... Eula?
Uh-oh. Eula's gonna add that to her long list of scores to settle.
All right, if that's what you want to call me, go right ahead.
Whoa! Eula just let something go for once?
Amber, what's this I hear about a snowman? I came to assist because you told me the Adventurers Guild was short-handed.
Yeah, that's something else. But look, Joel's at the age where he should be having fun, and there's nothing to play with on Dragonspine. He used to build snowmen with his dad, and since his dad's not around, we're keeping him company instead. Besides, Eula, it's gotta be more fun than taking an ice bath all by yourself. Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman!
Yep. Count time.
Auntie Eula? If so, it's okay.
No, nothing like that. My mind was on something else, that's all. Building a snowman with Joel, are we? Sounds wonderful. I'd be delighted to join you.
Then let's get started. First, we need... Joel and I will be on one team. Hey, Joel, see that huge...
Yeah! Let's do it!
Wow. It's hard to tell which of them... Hey, what's up with you two? Why are you just staring at each other without saying anything?
Well... Joel probably hasn't spent much of his life in the city. He doesn't know me. And he doesn't know what the Lawrence name means to the people in Mondstadt.
Right. That's why he calls you Auntie Eula.
True. In his eyes, I'm just another ordinary person from Mondstadt. It was a surprise, but not in a bad way at all. How very perceptive of you. Were you staring at me the whole time when everyone was talking? You shan't be getting off lightly for that. The truth is, I have never built a snowman before. My upbringing was very strict, so I never had the chance when I was a child. And after I grew up, of course, it's not the sort of thing I would—
Oh no! Paimon's starting to feel...
You sound confident. Enough small talk for now.
Greetings. We have a slight problem here. We've done a head count, and it turns out that we have an odd number. How it happened was, we originally asked Fischl to be an instructor, but she was busy with something outside of Mondstadt during this period. So, we found another adventurer to fill in for her, but thank goodness.
Oh, hello. My name is Gerald.
In that case... Fine.
Huh? Pay for what? Okay.
Good! If anybody else signs up later, I may have to ask for your help as well.
Why did you give the spot to Eula? Oh, to be honest, Eula really is the best. Oh, no, we were supposed... Strange. Didn't they say they were going this way? Did we get here too late? Hurry! It's coming from that direction!
By royal decree!
Ja! Ja!
that voice?
Hmm? Huh?
What brings you to Dragonspine?
Oh, so it...
All along.
On the way here, we kept here. Honestly, you really...
The things you felt and heard could easily be attributed to... So, what business brought you here?
We actually... Hey! Help!
Oh, then it must surely be something of great importance.
He seems to be in a better mood than we thought, huh?
That's okay if you can't tell me about it.
So basic...
Oh, I see. So, you foisted the rookie off onto Eula, so that you could wander off and, goof around?
We're not goofing around! What about you?
A friend commissioned me to do some artwork recently.
Raw material...
Paint. Star silver can be used to make high-quality...
Or it can be used to...
Yes. Even with a high level of impurities, star silver still contains fine silver-colored particles.
Interesting!
You want to learn to paint?
No. During our travels, we sometimes have nights where there's nothing to do. Painting is a great example, but yep. What?
Not a bad idea.
Sounds great! Oh, she'll be fine. Come on, let's... It's gotta be!
Some things are missing.
Nothing valuable, hopefully.
It's hard to say their value. Some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Alchemy notes?
To the uninitiated, they are merely scraps of paper. But for someone who knows what they're doing, the knowledge contained in those notes is more valuable than any treasure.
So you're saying only someone who knows alchemy would have stolen them? But the only people who come to Dragonspine are...
I feel the same way.
Footprints?
Fresh ones. Meaning our thief can't have...
Let's chase him down! We can't let them get away!
From the entrance.
Oh, that thieving... thief!
The footprints lead up there.
So they scaled the cliff. Okay, after them! Footprints on the snow are so hard to notice. So easy to lose track completely. Huh? The footprints stop here!
Our thief must have jumped from the cliff. Get your wind glider ready. We're going down. Here. More.
They're heading to the cavern. Let's go in.
Wait. I'll go in alone. This cavern has 2 points of entry.
Cut him off at...
Whoever apprehends still.
We'll be fine.
Okay. See you short. Of course.
I wonder if Albedo found the thief. Really? Why don't we find... Oh! Look at all that stuff! It's right next to the cavern, so we won't be going far. Yay!
Motion to compare.
This stuff looks kinda lackluster. Is that because of the impurities like Albedo was talking about?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh. Still, we won't... Yeah, for Star Silver. It's just like you said.
Stars... I was merely saying what...
Well, you said they can be... Also, anyway...
Yes, the notes mean a lot to me.
Oh, there's no point in bringing the back...
Indeed. Useless things should be...
Right! See?
Help!
Help! Wait! Did you guys hear that? Was that... It's likely an adventure in... Okay! The voice was definitely coming from around here.
Is anybody there? Help me!
No way!
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? It's me,
Whoa! It's really him! Let's get him...
So sorry to trouble you guys again.
Wow, so much clutter! Oh, we're not gonna find the key here, surely! Uh-oh, we got company!
Time for your arraignment! Incinerate! Motion to compel!
Miss quickly.
Yikes!
Freshness.
Boom! Objection! Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Boom!
Miss quickly.
Oh, so they kept the key with them! Huh. We were searching around for nothing.
Oh, finally, I'm out. Thank you so much. If only there hadn't been rocks mixed in with the snow on the tree, it wouldn't have made me all dizzy when it fell down onto my head. And then I would have never walked into the Fatui's trap.
Bennett? In a...
I won't bore you with the rest of the details. Just me.
Yep! Take...
You did? I know they were probably just following orders.
So what are you doing on Dragonspot?
Did you hear about the Adventurers Guild thing? They're hosting a... Razor's not an adventurer. And as the leader of Benny's adventure team, as well as the only actual... But now I've been stuck here for so long.
Oh! If so, sorry, Bennett, but you really did miss it.
What? Weren't they short on instructors?
A few people from the
Knights of Favonius. Yeah, they're definitely more reliable than me.
Right! Anyway, that was just the situation when we... Besides, after all the trouble you've gone to show up as an instructor, Paimon's sure Cyrus will put you to work.
Really?
For sure. Hey, wait a second. Where'd Albedo go?
Albedo? You mean...
No, he just... Let's go back to the cap... Still no sign of Albedo.
This is great! Dragonspine's so fun to...
This was where we heard Bennett's cry for help, right? We heard its...
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Albedo?
I should be the one to ask you that. Didn't I tell you to stay at the cavern entrance?
Huh?
I'm not really following who was waiting for. I apologize, Albedo.
No. Bennett, this is not... Traveler, clear this up for me.
There you are. Stay right there.
What? Me?
Huh? Eula?
Yes, that's what I would be, Albedo. I saw you taking Joel.
Whoa, wait!
When I came to stop you from leading Joel any further, your first reaction was to throw the child down and attack me. When I fought back, you quickly fled. Care to
I see.
Interesting.
Eula, it sounds like you met an imposter.
Impersonating you. To what end?
That is difficult to draw.
Your alchemy notes were stolen.
Yes, we can...
As things stand, I don't have any reason to... Of course. I was separated from the Traveler and Paimon for a... But the Traveler and Paimon can at least...
Albedo, do you have any enemy?
I don't have any... There is insufficient evidence to assert what happened with any certainty at this point. Given how serious the situation is. Eula, I won't discourage your ongoing suspicion of me if you can't believe my story. Though, naturally, I would hope you can afford me some credibility on account of our solidarity as fellow members of the Knights of Favonius. Traveler, Paimon, Bennett, if I am what this imposter wants, he will come looking for...
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I will keep Joel safe.
You have my gratitude.
As far as Amber goes...
Eula! Eula! Where are you?
Amber, we're here!
Eula! Oh, and Traveler Bennett, I'm glad I ran into you here. Sure thing. Well, but before that...
Between us, there have been a few
Oh, yeah.
So, it's all set then?
Sure, I'm...
Very well. Let's go.
And then there were 3.
Traveler, can we talk somewhere else? Let's go to my... My camp is some...
Whoa, what a mess!
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been absorbed in my research lately and haven't attended to the dusting. It's due for a cleaning.
Yep, that's...
Thank you, both of you. Now that everything is in order...
You look really serious, right?
I remember I once told you that you must have questions. I also said that I am a synthetic human being. A human forged by human hand. The one who created me, my mother.
A synthetic human? What the... How the heck does that work?
When the pinnacle of attainment in alchemy is
When you...
I am indeed somewhat older than my appearance might suggest. But when I came into being, Conria, my master, raised me and taught me everything. Like her, I am a pure alchemist. Traveler, what is your general feeling toward Dragonspine? You've visited numerous times now. Rhine-daughter created 2 miraculous beings. One is me, and the other is the venomous dragon, Durin, who died here.
Durin?
As sons of Rhine-daughter, Durin and I are... The phenomenon of our creation defies definition within the scope of a typical human worldview. But if we may tentatively call it...
Speaking of Durin, Paimon remembers that it...
That's right. Because of this, whenever strange things happen on Dragonspine, it always makes me wonder. For instance, the feeling of being
Oh, right! Paimon knows what you... When you and the others were here just now, the Traveler gave me a look as if to say, don't say anything. But Paimon noticed that you came out of the cavern not too long after going in, and you told us that you didn't manage to catch the thief. Then we heard Ben...
So, it seems that you and my...
Well, if so, it was also after he left out...
Perhaps whether someone is impersonating me or there is another false me, Traveler. Perhaps you should return to my...
Yeah, if there's something real... Besides, there's no one else in Mondstadt that you can talk to about this. Sucrose and Timaeus don't know you're... Yeah, don't...
Alright. You weren't... In that case...
We'll be sure to pass...
Good.
Okay,
Sounds good to me. But please,